P90X Plyometrics. The first time I ever did this workout, I didn't get through it at all the first time. Not even close. I think I maybe got through the first round and a half, maybe 2 rounds. And I thought I was gonna die when I was done. I just shut the DVR or the DVD off and was like, I'm done. I just couldn't do anymore. I was absolutely dead. But I went back the next week and I went to do it again. I didn't put in an easier workout. I said I'm gonna do this plyo again. Now, so the second time, I kind of knew what was coming, so I was able to pace myself a little bit better. So I made it through the entire workout. Did I do everything? No, still not even close. But I did do the entire workout to where, I let it run, I took a lot of breaks, I did as much as I could of each move. And if I had to take a move off, I did. And I rested and I took that extra break. But that's how I got through it that second time and continued to do that for quite a while. So what I did to really improve myself in the plyometric workout was, like I said, for the first round and a half, I was able to do every move pretty much all the way through. At least 20-25 seconds of the 30 seconds. And so I set myself a goal of once I got past that round and a half or 2 rounds, I was going to make myself do at least 5 seconds of each move, of each 30-second move or 10 seconds of each minute move. That was the goal I made for myself. So I made myself do it. And it really worked. I got through it and I was able to do it. So a couple weeks later, I said to myself, okay, I know I can do at least 5 seconds. I'm going to push myself and make myself do at least 10 seconds of each move or 20 seconds of each minute move. And so that's what I did. And I kept adding 5 seconds to it each time or each couple of weeks to push myself further and make myself do more. And some weeks I was able to do it. Some weeks I wasn't able to quite reach that goal. But I always tried to push myself to reach it. So now, finally, after 3 full times of going through P90X, plus 1 other time of combining it with Insanity, I can get through the entire plyo workout without taking extra breaks. I can do each move as long as they do it in the video. But it took a lot of work and time to get there. Obviously I didn't start off there. I had to work to progress to get there. So that's what you'll need to do as well. So going from what I personally experienced into some tips that I have for some people that are going to begin it or start or are thinking of starting plyometrics. Don't get discouraged at the beginning, okay? Just do what you can do. If that means taking a lot of breaks, take them. Take as many breaks as you need to get through the workouts. Now, there's 2 different ways you can do this. You can take the extra break. So let's say you get through 5 seconds of a workout of one of the moves. You can just continue to let the DVD run and watch as they're doing it while you're taking that break. And that's what I did. That's what I actually recommend. Or you can pause, rest, and continue. It'll probably take you quite a while to get through the workout if you do it that way, but you can do it that way. I would just recommend just taking as many breaks as you need, letting it run, and do it as you can. Now, another thing you can do is in your breaks, or as you're taking your breaks, you can just sit there and march in place if you want to. If you feel like you just need to keep doing something, but you can't quite do the moves that they're doing, march in place. You're moving around. You're still getting your heartbeat up and your heart rate going. Or if there's just a move that you just can't do at all yet, you're just not quite there, sit there and march in place or do some jumping jacks. Do something if you feel like you need to be doing something while you're taking those extra breaks. Another tip is I really would suggest setting goals for yourself like I did. And I set mine, like I said, as time increments of times that I needed to get through of each move. You know, it really worked for me, and I really suggest trying that for you if you're having a hard time making it all the way through the workout. You know, do as much as you can at the beginning of getting through each move all the way. And then once you're at the point where you just don't feel like you can do anymore, push yourself to do 5 seconds of each move, 2 seconds of each move. You know, whatever you think you can do. Do that, and then ever so often add a few seconds here and there to push yourself. Because remember, the more you do the plyometrics workout, the more times you do it, the more you're going to be able to do. You know, it may take you a while. It may take you a couple years to finally get through the whole thing. That's okay. It's an intense workout. There's a lot to it. You know, I did it for a year and a half before I was able to get through the entire thing. So, you know, don't get discouraged. Just keep on going through. You really will see great strides in your fitness if you continue to do it. Okay, so now for 2 big tips that you must do. Or I should say you shouldn't do. They're tips of things you should not do. The first one is do not eat a big meal right before you do plyometrics. Unless you plan on having your little garbage can next to you to hurl into every few seconds, I would not suggest eating a lot before you do it. I never usually ate anything at least an hour before starting. If I had to have something, I'd have like a half a banana, maybe 30 minutes before. Other than that, I would suggest having nothing to eat. Except maybe, you know, I mean, keep yourself hydrated, have some water, you know, or have your energy and endurance formula. Something I highly recommend. But yeah, don't eat a big meal right before. It's not a good idea. The other big tip that I have for you is to sip on your water throughout your workouts. Don't just take huge gulps and gulp it all down because you're jumping around and moving around so much that you could possibly really feel that, you know, feel that water slushing around in your stomach. And it may not make you feel that well. It didn't me when I did it. I felt horrible. I really had to just sip on my water. And I suggest you try that. Now, I know there are some people that can, you know, gulp down a bunch of water while they're doing an intense workout like this, and they're just fine. And maybe you're one of those people. But you may want to find that out gradually. You know, start sipping, add a little bit more each time you take a drink, just to see what happens. Because like I said, I started gulping the water, and I couldn't make it through the rest of my workout because it just made me feel like crap. So those are just a couple of big tips. Those are the ones I really recommend you do, or a couple things that you should not do. So that's all I've got for you on plyometrics. It's an awesome, awesome workout that really took me to the next level in my fitness. And if you get P90X and you stick to doing plyo every single week, you should see the same results. Adios.